Hi, Atencia. This is Lisa from Crystallized Life. And I did do the energy scan and Reiki session for Harper yesterday evening. And so I did find a few, nothing huge, but a few emotional issues and one physical issue as well. I did the energy scan and I came up with some emotional issues surrounding anger, which I believe is every living being currently probably has some form of anger from her current life. I also got alienation, possibly feeling, I don't know, I think a lot of times for canines, the alienation might just feeling like they're not getting enough attention from their humans, or maybe a little jealousy, again, between the dogs, that type of thing. But she is feeling a little bit of alienation, maybe not getting to go outside as much. Not sure if that's part of the scenario, but that did come up, the alienation. So she's looking for acceptance. When they feel alienated, the opposite of that would be acceptance. I did get anxiety, again, another issue. I think the collective consciousness is just going through still a lot of anxiety. And of course, our animal friends pick that up collectively. They feel our, stresses. So I did pick up anxiety. The opposite of that would be just, bringing in ease. I did get that from the current life as well. And then I did get a physical pain, and it showed up for me in the lower back, like the spine area, that there might be some pain. Nothing, I didn't pick up anything, hugely serious. I'm not sure really. I just picked up that there was some pain there, some inflammation, maybe even a little arthritis. I'm not sure of Harper's age, but even if they're younger, sometimes this can develop, if they're not getting enough exercise, if they've had an injury. One time, one of my dogs fell backwards, and this was when he was younger, and nothing happened till later on. He started getting these weird, like, pinches. You could tell, like, he would just go down. We had a house that had a big hill and a lot of steps to go outside. So the more he went up and down the steps and the hill, he started getting, like, these pinches. You could tell he would just start whining. And so I brought him to the vet, and they did an x-ray and said, well, yeah, it looks like he's had an injury where his vertebrae in the lower back were like fused together. They somehow fused together. This could have been from that injury, or it could have been like something that happened at birth. And then that went away. But then several years later, when he was around 14, it got really, all of a sudden, really bad, and his back legs were starting to give out. Just weird things were happening. And so my phone rang. I had to bring him to physical therapy, which worked really well. They have like acupuncture and red light therapy. And you can even have your dog walk like on this little treadmill in like about like 6 inches to a foot of water, depending on how tall your dog is. Different things like swimming, because it takes any pressure off the joints or the muscles, but it can build up muscle. So anyway, I'm just telling you my experience. So I did pick that up in the back, inflammation. And so what I did was I have a green-blue energy wooden pendulum. And so we can set intention of removing that. I tried taking the situation back to prior to when she may have had this pain, like trying to bring her body back to that perfection. I also have heard, and this I wanted to try to include as much as I could in removing anything that was causing it, removing the inflammation. I've also heard that any kind of arthritis is actually caused by a bacteria that builds up in like our joints and their joints. And so I did ask if there was any of this kind of bacteria to have it be removed. Again, back to a time prior to, kind of like a time machine, taking her back to a time where, she was perfectly healthy in this area. So I did get that then. This did clear it up. But, as far as how disease and ailments work is, we have this biofield which surrounds our body, and it's different energies. And they start manifesting actually in the biofield. So there's like a memory to that. And sometimes it starts there first and then manifest in the body. So I'm not sure how that all works as far as, I don't think there's any magic that we can do to like totally make it, just go away forever. But, like for right now, it should be a little better, but something to kind of watch out for. And I am learning how to do biofield tuning forks, which works with that biofield, and any traumatic or emotional situations are actually still recorded by our age surrounding our body, literally. And so the tuning forks actually put a lot of that energy back into harmony, because our body will hear that tune from the fork, and it literally tunes itself to it. And we can like get rid of, traumas, and even physical somewhat. You can get rid of pain from it. So it's a very cool thing. I'm already starting to do it, but I'm actually going to be taking a class to become certified. And I'm going to offer it for people and animals. So just something to just want to mention to you. Okay, so those were the issues. The other one was hubris. I forgot to mention that to you. That was another emotional issue. So the opposite of that would be humility. So that was from this current life as well. So I reversed all the emotional energy. I unblocked and aligned the chakras, any thought form that was currently causing these issues. So Harper's good to go for that part of it. But again, you want to keep yourself. You want to make sure that you're having a session or going through your own self-healing with maybe some Reiki or some guided meditation to make sure that you are also not feeling anger, anxiety, fear, alienation, because they do absorb it. And that's what I see commonly happen with our pets. So just remember, this is going to be a balance for all three of you. You're like a triune. You're like the trio of, constantly, unblocking energy and realigning and grounding out nature together, and just kind of bouncing those positive vibrations of unconditional love and allowing them to send that to you, because animals are only about unconditional love for us, so kind of taking that lead from them. And then I did get the keyword like team. I'm feeling this team effort from you and the two dogs and whoever else is in your family. So it's like a keyword I'm seeing is like teamwork, team effort, like thinking of each other, like I was just saying, as teammates, and just ask them. Like I feel like Harper is saying to you, like, ask me for help. And we can challenge and meet whatever it is with more strength, like together. Like they understand us intuitively more than we even could realize. So she wants to help you with whatever's going on right now. Like there's something going on that she knows about, she's picking up from you, and she wants to like be there for you. She's like saying you don't have to feel alone. Like it's that alienation that I picked up, like as a team, like she and you should be up for any challenge. She has like much more to offer than like you currently realize, is what I'm getting. She's more than just like a companion and a cuddle buddy. You know what I mean? There's like much more there, because you guys are soulmates, all three of you. And you come here prior to the start of this life with your who you're coming back with, what lessons you're going to learn together. And because our animals tend to die a lot sooner than us, they come back several times. And when they continue the journey, it could be completely different than last time. But just remember, keep that in mind, that this is like something you guys are going through. So allow like Harper to be your teacher and guide, and accept help. I know it sounds weird, but just keep this in mind with her. It's like you're going through this phase in your life with her for a reason, okay? And she emphasizes with everything you're going through, and wants to become more aware of the assistance and support you have, like just becoming aware of that. And that could be just her, the family, and also guides on the other side. Maybe she's letting you know they're there if you just call on them. So just begin observing how responsive Harper is to your thoughts and moods. Just kind of try it out and watch, like negative and positive. Does she get worried when you start stressing, even if you're not even talking out loud? Maybe your body language or your energy gives that off, and just kind of watch how she responds to that. Does she start getting antsy or whiny or relaxed, depending on what the situation is? So just think about your consciousness affects her as much as it's affecting you, okay? What you think about, what your actions are. So as part of maintaining Harper's health, okay, just reach for more positive thoughts every moment that you can, reach for positive thoughts, okay? And I'm not saying don't blame anything as far as any kind of physical pains that ever happen to your your pets on yourself, because that's not necessarily the case, okay? Some things are hereditary, especially for canines, okay? Let me just think here. So you're gonna start, if you kind of like allow her to guide you, and like when she wants you to get off your phone or your computer, like start really paying attention to that. Like our pets know when enough's enough and you need to go relax now, like go play with me outside, or let's go for a walk. Listen to those keys. They're not necessarily always for themselves, but they're also keys for us, okay, as a team again. So I guarantee you, you'll start noticing profound and lasting changes in even Harper's temperament, okay? With each positive thought and feeling that you have, you're making a long-term commitment to Harper's well-being and your own, okay? So that's what I got. Everything looks really great. Like I said, the only thing that really kind of stood out was some sort of pain in the lower back. And even if you don't think she has it now, just kind of keep your eye on it for the future, because we can always, again, start with those positive feelings and emotions more often, so that things in that energetic field, those thoughts, those negative thoughts and feelings, don't start manifesting into that lower back area. So this might just be like a warning, like ahead of time, that you can kind of pinch this in the butt now by being more positive, and also just maybe looking into really good quality, even supplements or activities that can build. I'm not sure if you can really ever build up. You can build up the muscle, which is good, because if the back ever does go out, like with my dog, it all depended then on those front legs. Once the back legs gave out, he was already 14 years old, but his front legs were just now kind of deteriorating as well, so he couldn't walk. We even tried a wheelchair. But just keep this in mind. So it's always good to keep the muscles built, swimming, looking into things that can help the joints and inflammation. Maybe just time to do a little research, maybe on holistic acupuncture is wonderful. I did take my dog for that. And you could just get that for their general well-being, because it pinpoints all the meridian points in the body, and it can relieve stress, it can relieve anxiety issues, different things like that. So I want to thank you again so much for choosing me. And again, if you want to, have these done again or have one for yourself, I do have a package for one human and one animal, but I can maybe customize a special, package for the three of you. Maybe a better price than if you were to get them separately. So thank you. Love and light to you as well. Bye-bye.